see, Jason was my son, and today is his birthday.
Messenger of God. You're doomed if you stay here.
What's going on, guys? Mr. Jason back here again with another video. This is going to be, like I said, my previous food taste video for the Dunkaroos, the return Dunkaroos. I mentioned that I was off of work this week. I'm going to, think of things to make more content for you guys, my subscribers, and maybe new viewers, who knows, to just entertain you all through this whole quarantine, pandemic, just in general, everyday life. And I've decided to go through my whole movie collection, which is not behind here. It's actually in the hallway, which is outside this door. I have a big shelf out there with my movies. And if you're looking through my videos, my playlist of videos, if you look through my moving situation I went through recently, last winter anyways, I actually did a little tour and showed you guys that. So if you look back on that, you'll see it. But I went through my collection of my movies. I decided to do a video about my Shout Factory and Scream Factory collection. Basically, it's a company who are distributors, whatever you want to call them. They get licenses and rights to, older classic movies, older classic TV shows. And basically what they do is they remaster it in they call it 4K, but my theory of that is it's just better than 1080 if you have a 4K TV, but it's not true 4K since they're not on 4K Blu-rays. But some of them are actually remastered in 4K. Some are just remastered and like HD quality because they have not had a Blu-ray release yet. Or sometimes if they already had a Blu-ray release, they basically just remaster it as a better scan. And they add a whole bunch of special features that have never been released before on DVD or Blu-ray. But here I have a whole stack of stuff. Movies, TV shows, classics. I clearly cannot, review and talk about every single one. This is probably something I should have done in more than one part, but I'm just going full-blown at it. So this is going to be quite a long video. Just going to kind of show you guys what I got and just go through them. And this is not even going to be a certain order. I just stacked them all up, just brought them with me, and boom, not even scripted. I wing my videos. I just go through them. So we're actually going to start off with some Shout Factory. It's basically on the same website, Shout Factory, Scream Factory. Shout Factory is pretty much, like the older classic TV shows and classic movies. You got Scream Factory, which is obviously Scream. That gives it away right there. It's their horror selection of classic movies. Here we're going to start off with a Shout Factory release of the complete series of Hey Arnold. This was not one of my favorites back in the 90s, of course. But I did watch it. It's still fun. I decided to go on a little hoarding and collecting as many Nick shows as possible from the 90s. This is really dusty. So, of course I got this. They've recently re-released this. Again, with the Jungle movie, I think it was, that recently got released on the new Nick or Teen Nick or whatever. But this one here is the older one. It just has all 99 episodes on 16 disc. Got the 2 cases here. The show is decent. Listen, get down. My cat is being ridiculous. Get down. Come on. Ugh. Say hi to the camera before you go. Be good. Go. So there's that one, and then we're going to have... This one's actually under Scream Factory. It's Slasher Season 1. This was on that channel Chiller. I don't even think it exists anymore. It basically played all horror movies, had their own exclusives, like Freddy's Nightmares. The Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street TV series was actually on that. So, I have actually never watched this. I bought it because it was a good deal. I got it for cheap. I'm still curious and interested to check it out. I've had this for a long time too and have not watched it, but I will for sure. It's that main actress not main actress, but she plays on Supergirl. I forget her name, but she's Lex Luthor's sister. Lana or Lane or something, I forget. But yeah, she's the main character in that, I guess. She's on the cover, so I would hope so. And here we're going to continue on with, should have gone to this to begin with. This one's from Shout Factory, Rocko's Modern Life, the complete series. Again, what they did with this, they did a re-release with, I think, the new Rocko's Modern Life movie or something. They re-released it with something, a whole series plus extra. More special features too. But there's that, just, the complete series. Nothing extra, no movies. And then we have here, another one from Shout Factory. Saved by the Bell, the complete collection. This is somewhat becoming rare now. As you can see, have not opened it. I've had the complete series before, college years and everything, but I actually recently sold those since I bought this. This one actually has Good Morning Miss Bliss, as you can see there. Has Saved by the Bell seasons 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And I don't know, it doesn't say anything about 5. I thought season 5 was on here. This is making me wonder now. Because I did have season 5 itself on DVD. And of course I sold it. So now I'm wondering if for some reason they skipped season 5 on this. And if they did, then I have to rebuy season 5. Because I've never really fully looked. I just assumed it was the whole thing. But here it says seasons 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And so, I don't know. Hopefully. And I'm actually just realizing too that everything here is backwards. Hopefully the mirror gets fixed. Mirror vision anyways on the video. Yeah, so now I'm really wondering about that. Holy crap. But we're going to have to continue on with this video. But it's got Good Morning Miss Bliss season 1 and 2, 3 and 4. The college years and the movies, like the Hawaiian Style and Wedding in Las Vegas. And then we have here Freaks and Geeks, the complete series. It's got Seth Rogen on here. It has Jason Segel, I think his name is. He played on the Muppets movie, I believe. Let's see, where is it? We got James Franco, Jason Segel, yep, Seth Rogen. Those are the 3 main people that I know of from this show. But yeah, I used to watch this all the time back in the day when this was on TV. I didn't watch all the episodes, but here, Shout Factory released a special Blu-ray Collector's Edition. Comes with all 18 episodes. And new high-def transfers, of course. New special features, a standard and yearbook edition DVD set. So this actually comes with a DVD set as well. And an extra bonus disc. So that's from Shout Factory as well. Then here we have Creepshow, another classic. This one's actually from Scream Factory. I'm going to sound like a broken record going back and forth from Shout Factory, Scream Factory. Hey, it is what it is. And like I said, I can't talk too much about this stuff because I have a lot to show. I'm just showing you my collection, giving some content. And of course, all of these I do like. I enjoy some more than others, but all of these I do like. We got the original Creepshow. It actually came with like a book too, a little booklet. And these, of course, were released on Blu-ray before, but this has newer special features. And as you see, like this nice outer cover. And they came with that booklet and the case inside. And here we have a collector's edition from Scream Factory of Candyman. Of course, disc-wise, I didn't know this. I order these things because it's movies I know I want, and I got them for good deals when they were having sales, so I did that. And I'm finding stuff out now as I do this video. This has the theatrical cut and unrated cut and 2K restorations from a new 4K scan of the original negative. That's basically what I was trying to explain earlier. So even though it says 4K scan of the film, it's a 2K restoration. And of course, this just has like newer special features and better quality video. Then here, I actually got this just recently because they just got released a Blu-ray. I'd say maybe a few weeks ago. We have The Hills Run Red from Scream Factory. I saw this a long time back ago when Blockbuster Video was still around and they were basically closing down just at that time. I picked this up on DVD as part of the closing sale. From what I do remember, I barely remember it, but I do remember enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to checking that one out again on Blu-ray. Here we got from Scream Factory, Babadook. This was the special pop-up edition. The slipcover. Oh, Babadook, Baba. The little kid in this movie was so freaking obnoxious and annoying. I'm sure those of you watching this that seen this movie agree with me. And then we have here from Scream Factory. I'm noticing that a lot of these IFC Midnight films, like in that corner right there, is usually under Scream Factory as well. We got Backcountry. It's about a couple who goes camping and hiking, and I believe, let me see. I think they might have slightly been fighting at the same time, but they run into a bear and turns into a nightmare pretty much. And then we have The Autopsy of Jane Doe from Scream Factory. This one was pretty creepy. I watched it. I vaguely remember exactly what was going on. I just remember being creeped out and actually jumping quite a bit. And as most people know with Scream Factory, slipcovers become very rare, so I'm glad I have this. Same thing as Backcountry because I have the slipcover. This one as well, Animal. This was a really good movie. I recommend it. This was also on Chiller, that channel that was around back then, but that got shut down, of course. The other thing, too, about Chiller was it wasn't... I think it was under DirecTV or Dish Network. It was not under Comcast. I know that much. Good movie. It's a weekend getaway, and they don't realize that there's an animal out there. It's not really an animal. It's a screwed up, demented, freak of nature. And this one on the Scream Factory, we have 68 Kill. It's basically just a screwed up, twisted action movie. I mean, I wish I could just go through all these movies. Some of them I don't really remember too much because I've only seen them once and it's been a while. So I'm just showing you my collection like I've mentioned. Yeah, 68 Kill. That one's under Scream Factory, of course. Then here we got the classic Pet Sematary 2. This one I remember watching all the time when I was younger. Eddie Furlong on here, and basically the father of his friend is abusive. They, accidentally kill him and bury him. He comes back and it turns into Terra, and they also bury the dog when he dies and he comes back and all that. So, of course, I love this movie so much, Idle Hands. I used to watch this all the time when I was younger. And this did have a Blu-ray release, but it was just the movie itself. There was no special features. The DVD version had special features, but the Scream Factory did something smart. They got a hold of this movie, have a bunch of special features on here, of course. New interviews, director with the director, of course, and actors. Director commentary, deleted scenes, making a featurette, storyboard comparison, theatrical trailer. Yeah, I'm really glad to have that. That artwork right there is pretty damn cool. Did I already go through this? Holy crap, I went through a lot already. Holy shoot. Try not to make this video too long, so I'm glad this is going as well as it is. And here we have, under Scream Factory, Cabin Fever. This, to me, I call it like a reboot in a way, not a remake, it's a reboot. I actually enjoyed this one. I'm sure most didn't enjoy it, but I did. I like the other Cabin Fever movies as well. And here we have the very rare, with the slipcover, of course, Body Bags. John Carpenter presents. He was the guy that worked in the morgue telling the tales pretty much. And I got this, I think, for like $18 or something online a few years back, so that's why. Now it's just ridiculous. I think to get it with the slipcover, you're spending probably $40 to $50. I love horror anthology movies, and that's what that one is like. And here we have, under Scream Factory, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. This one was good. I did not enjoy it as much as Bordello of Blood, but it's under Tales from the Crypt. I had to get it. It's a horror movie, and it was actually pretty good, so I enjoyed it. And of course, again, another movie with the slipcover. Hard to get. That one's hard to get with the slipcover, of course. Then we have Under Scream Factory, IFC Films again. Darkness Rising. I did watch this when I first bought it. Don't remember too much about it. I have to see a movie a couple times. Unless I really, really like it, then I'll remember it. And here we have Dark Summer. Under Scream Factory, of course, another IFC Midnight Films. I believe this is... I remember some of this because I did enjoy it. It's about a 17-year-old boy under house arrest. I think he witnessed somebody kill himself or something like that and basically gets haunted. So that's a freaky situation if you ask me. This one I actually thought was pretty good in its own screwed up way, but I did not enjoy it as much. I don't understand why there's like a little dot from like paper and the slipcover, but oh well. Under Scream Factory we have House on Willow Street. It's about a group of robbers that break into a house they probably wish they never broke into. Of course, the House on Willow Street. That one's another one under IFC Midnight. And here we have under Scream Factory. It doesn't say anything about IFC Midnight. I thought it was, but I guess not. We have Bite. Basically, this girl gets infected and just starts to transform into something she doesn't want to be and starts eating things and people. Here we have under Scream Factory. This is another rare one with the slipcover. Some of the ones with slipcovers I've showed aren't as rare as others, but this one is. This one's Beneath. It's what you would expect from a shark movie. I actually enjoyed this one, though. It's like a really deformed shark. It's not even a legit shark. It looks like a freaking huge piranha, as you can see on the cover there. I'm trying to storm right through this because it's already dragging on as it is. Yeah, what, 16 minutes? I'm just trying to look to see. And here we have Under Scream Factory Collector's Edition with the slipcover unopened, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. I've never seen this. I got it just for the fact, like, when this came out, I believe I got the poster for it because Scream Factory does that with a lot of their stuff. If you pre-order it, there's a limited amount of posters you can get or stuff like that. So I'm glad I got this. I have the posters for a lot of these movies that came with them. That's going to end up being another video in the future, another future video. And here we have House on Haunted Hill Collector's Edition. I remember seeing, I think, Return to the House on Haunted Hill. I don't know if I saw this one. I might have. It was a long time ago. That's another one under Scream Factory Collector's Edition. And here, this is actually from Shout Factory. I'm just going to show you. I have seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4 of California Dreams. This one here, as you can see, is signed by the cast. I went to the reunion concert that took place, I think it was last year, at the Saved by the Max restaurant in Hollywood, California. So I went there and was able to get that signed. One of my favorite shows. They call it the sister show of Saved by the Bell. And I just enjoy it a lot. I like how it's about a band in high school. And I love when shows have music mixed into it as well. So, and here we got, and again from Shout Factory, another Nick show, Cat Dog. This one's actually pretty rare. One of the most rare ones of them all. They never re-released it like they did Hey Arnold and Rocko's Modern Life. But we got the complete series of Cat Dog. Not one of my favorites, but like I said, I'm collecting the Nicktoons shows from the 90s. And up next from Shout Factory, we have this classic. It just recently got released, I think, a few months ago. The Wizard with Fred Savage. It's about these two kids that love video games, and they want to go to some kind of contest that's taking place. And the Power Glove plays the part in this movie. And this one's the collector's edition with that awesome 8-bit slipcover. 4K transfer, like that's usually, like I said, unless it's on a legit 4K Blu-ray, it's just probably a little better than 1080 if you have a 4K TV. That's just my theory. Then we got another one from Scream Factory, Urban Legend. To me, this was a classic slasher. And they just, like I said, releasing Scream Factory and Shout Factory are just known for releasing older classics on Blu-ray with a lot more special features than you might have had before. And disc 1 has the movie itself with some commentary and stuff, and disc 2 has just like a bunch of behind the scenes footage and stuff. And here, another slasher, one of my favorites when this first came out, from Valentine. It's kind of funny. Like, when this came out, I was still in high school. So if I was in a relationship with somebody at the time, when Valentine's came around, we'd watch this. That's one of my main things. This one girl specifically I always think of when I see this movie, but it is what it is. Yeah, lost contact, but whatever. There's that. Then we have one of my favorites. I love this movie, The Strangers. Just, these guys are so freaking scary. I don't know, just knowing for the fact that something like this can happen. It's not like something made up. These are just twisted humans under these weird costumes and masks just going around killing people. I love that movie so much. And here, man, another classic. 2 classics. I'm just going to show them both at once. We got Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and The Next Generation. Scream Factory's been doing really, really well. These have become really rare and obscure with the slipcovers, of course. And these 3 are probably 3 of their most rare releases. All the sleepaway camps with the slipcovers. Holy crap. I got these at FYE when they were on sale for, I think, like $18. I got the 10% off with their discount. So I'm really glad I got those when I did. And then we got The Return of the Living Dead Part 1 and 2. My God, great classics with the zombies. Slipcovers with the slipcovers. Again, that's some more rare ones right there. And like some of those I know I got the posters for as well. Here we got Pumpkinhead 2. This one just recently became very rare and out of print. This, if you couldn't get them then, you know, they're out of print now. They're going to be worth some money. But I'm sure you guys already know, like, all the Scream Factory movies, not Shell Factory, but the Scream Factory, they'll have reversible covers. Just figured I'd point that out now since I didn't point it out earlier. And then, of course, we have Pumpkinhead, the original classic. I used to watch those all the time when I was younger. And we got Poltergeist 2 and 3. I do have the first one, but Scream Factory did not release the first one. They just did 2 and 3. And then we have, this one recently just became out of print as well, Monkey Shines. Never seen this. I've seen parts of it on the TV, and that freaking little monkey with the little symbols. Creepy as heck. But yeah. I picked that up for, I think, like $20, but now it's out of print, so it's worth more than that, of course. And we have Land of the Dead. This is the one where the zombies were actually smart. They were playing instruments and stuff. And they were actually, like, faster and had brains. No pun intended, because that's what they eat. But here we go again. We got Firestarter, Drew Barrymore, Stephen King. I honestly have never seen this movie. But you know, when you see a Scream Factory title for a good price, you're buying that, especially if it has the slipcover. Worst case scenario, you can always just sell it. This one I actually really liked, Fender Bender. So this guy stalks the streets. This girl received the driver license, has her first accident, and then of course that guy's on the loose. That one's on the Scream Factory, of course. And we got The Exorcist 2, The Heretic. I don't know if I ever seen that one. We got Exorcist 3 with the slipcovers. These are actually rare now as well. I don't know if I've seen those. I did see the first one when I was younger. Some of the movies, like, I have not seen in a long time since I was a kid. I know I've seen some. Like, I believe it was the first one, but I don't know if I've seen the other ones after that. And here we have Dolls. This is another one with the slipcover that's very rare. This one was actually pretty good. It's about, a family that goes and stays at this house, and the old couple are just, they have all these dolls, and yeah, it's 2 punk rock losers and a weak-kneed salesman. Old couple makes them collect dolls. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it turns into. And we have here from IFC Midnight and Scream Factory, The Devil's Candy. It's about this artist. He basically paints, and the more he paints, it's like the devil's candy. He does things. He moves with his wife to a town and his daughter in Texas, unaware that the house they bought, it has like a history, and it basically possessed the guy. And the more he paints, the more it happens. I believe that's what it was. I only saw it once. That was a while ago. Here we have The Abandoned from IFC Midnight and Scream Factory. I don't remember too much about it, but like I said, trying to make this video as short as possible. Just showing you guys what my collection is like, what I have. And I'm just talking about a little bit of some movies, not all of them. Here we have Don't Knock Twice. It was pretty good. I recommend checking it out. And this one's with the slipcover, I believe, is starting to become rare. Drag Me to Hell. It's the next one. It's got the unrated and theatrical plus new special features. This one was fun. I liked this one. I liked how it had like that humor mixed with it. And it was actually good humor. It's got Justin Long on here as well. Then we got the Critters collection. I know for sure I got the poster that came with it. All the Critters movies, except the new one. The new one I do have, but it wasn't under Scream Factory. It was okay. Nothing too spectacular. It was decent. Then here we have the rare Halloween box set. What I ended up doing though is, I'll show that. I have the book that came with it. This one's really rare, but I kind of broke it up a bit. I was able to get this box set online on eBay a while back for a good price. It was missing some movies, but what I did is I went and bought pretty much all the Blu-ray separately, because it looked like there was a seller online, I believe. He owned like a pawn shop or something. Somebody must have sold it to him, because I noticed he had all the Halloween movies in black cases, so clearly it was from the box set. And he was listing them for like $8 each or something. So I bought them all. I was like, holy crap. Now all I need to do is like find the box somehow. So somebody was selling some of the movies with the box. So I bought it. I do have the first one. It wouldn't fit in the box because recently Scream Factory, within the last couple years anyways, released Halloween 2 and 3 in steelbook form. So I bought those because it was limited packaging, only 10,000 manufactured. And these mentioned new 4K scans. So I wanted the ones with the 4K scans. The ones with the slipcovers they previously released, I don't know if they had the 4K scans. So I ended up buying these and sold the ones with the slipcovers because I'd rather have the steelbooks. So I put them in the box set to replace those. And then, of course, you got Halloween 4, 5, H2O, Curse of Michael Myers, Resurrection, and the Rob Zombie remix, which I really enjoyed, so don't hate on those. And like I said, I have the first one, but I must have left it on my shelf because it would not fit in here because of the steelbooks. So in a way, you can say I do have the complete box set. It's not the original 2 and 3 that were in here. They're the steelbook versions, because I did have the ones with the steelbook. I mean the slipcovers, but I sold those since I got the steelbook ones. I figured, what the heck, why not? Make up some of the money. That one's really rare though. If you can, that box set alone is probably going for $200 or $300. And here we have the complete first series. I say first series because they say the complete series on here, but of course there's a whole bunch of Power Rangers and they're still going. But this is the original complete series. Steelbook version. It actually comes with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie and a 20-disc set. It's got all of them have the steelbook cases and come in this nice special package here. So yeah, that's finally all my Scream Factory and Shout Factory collection. I'm sure I might have skipped over a couple, but that took me a long time just to pick these out. Now I have to go and put them all back. I just wanted to share some content with you guys and show you my collection. I do have a bunch of posters that came with these movies that are up there because Scream Factory, they usually have limited amount of posters with pre-orders. I did get some. That'll be for a future video because it's going to involve a lot of untubing and unfolding, folding and tubing back up because I don't want to hang them up. My cats will destroy them. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about it. Share your collection in the comments if you collect Scream Factory and Shout Factory as well. And, you know, if you guys have your own channel, if you want me to watch your videos, let me know. I'll go watch your channel, I'll go subscribe, whatever. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Check out my other videos. I have a whole bunch of stuff. This is just the everything kind of channel. It's just me. That's what it is. This whole channel is me. It's everything, hobbies, interests, my out and about. It's everything. So if you like that kind of stuff, check out my other videos. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Be safe. I'll catch you all later in the next one.